Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Thanks very much. Welcome to, fittingly enough, on this St. Patrick's Day, the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on Pittsburgh's CW. Bob Pompeani is my name, and I'd love to hear from you. It's 412-575-2600. That's the number of the Borders and Borders hotline. You can also tweet me at KDPomp. And what a weekend it was for the Penguins, and not a good way. 2 home games against teams that really they're better than, and they got pretty much blindsided by a rookie goaltender yesterday in Jordan Billington, who was outstanding. He's been outstanding ever since they gave him the reins over there in St. Louis. He's now 17-4-1. And then tonight, it's Carter Hart, a 20-year-old, and he's also considered a phenom, someone they're going to ride with. He was outstanding, too, but the Penguins had several power plays, and it looked discombobulated tonight. They had a 1-0 lead until, again, very late, and then visions of the Stadium Series game popped in your heads again, where Philadelphia scored late, forced overtime, won in overtime. That's exactly what happened again tonight. It was James Van Riemsdyk with only 18 seconds left in regulation. He gets a goal, and then in overtime, just 3 seconds left before a shootout, Matt Murray allows one to Sean Couturier. So the Penguins now only got 1 point out of 4 possible ones this weekend, which means the Islanders won tonight in overtime over the Wild. It's Washington 91. Islanders 91, Penguins 88, and they better watch out too, because Carolina has, I got to check, 1 or 2 games now in hand, and they're right behind them too. So you fall in danger of getting to a wild card situation. The Penguins are now only 9 games left in the season. They have to get points when they can. Evgeny Malkin did not play in this game tonight. He got hit yesterday by Robert Bortuzzo, but he continued. But certainly that hit must have done something to him because he was not in the lineup. Teddy Bluger played and played well in his place. He had the only Penguin goal, and I thought Sidney Crosby, for as much as he's been terrific all season long, MVP candidate, did not look good in the last couple of minutes of regulation and overtime on those goals. So bottom line is they lost a game I thought they should have won. The Flyers were desperate, yes, but the Penguins should have been just as desperate given the fact where they are, and points, as I say, are at a premium right now. So they're going to go to the road, and we'll see what they can do now as the College Wrestling Championship comes to PPG Paints Arena this coming week. So the number is 412-575-2600. The Steelers also made more news. You know, they signed a couple of free agents last week. Again, guys who I think they needed in their positions of need. They signed Dante Moncrief, certainly a wide receiver in need now that Mr. Inflated Chest has moved on. They also needed a cornerback. They just haven't gotten a lot of good play from a lot of the guys they've drafted there. So they brought in Steve Nelson, who looks to be an improvement, and they'll still try to draft those 2 positions. And what about linebacker? Well, today they brought in another guy, Mark Barron, who formerly was a really high pick of the Tampa Bay football team, the Buccaneers, and then he ended up going to the Rams, and a guy who's considered hybrid. He was originally a safety. He was really good if you watch the Alabama national championship games that he was involved in, and then they moved him to linebacker. So, is he an upgrade? Yes. How good will he be? I'm not sure, but he certainly gives them, again, another person there. I still look back last week, and I was surprised that they let L.J. Fort go, because L.J. Fort, more so than John Bostic, was playing a lot down the stretch, and I thought he played well, and maybe he was just tired of being around and being an afterthought here. He wanted to play. The Eagles approached him with a 3-year contract, and he took it. But whatever the case, the Steelers have spent now some free agent money at 3 positions that I think they look at as needs. They'll still draft in those positions, but it gives them some flexibility there as well. 412-575-2600. It's also on St. Patrick's Day, fitting that a man from Ireland won the Players' Championship, and that would be Rory McIlroy. Boy, was he good. Off the tee, just doesn't miss a fairway, hits the ball 300-plus yards every time. That makes the game a little too easy, in my view. But he held off Jim Furyk, and what a tournament for him. He would have been the oldest winner, I think, ever, would I say, at that event. I can't remember who, going back over the years, but no one at his age, I don't think, has won that event. But he put on quite a final round, shooting 67. He had 64 in the second round. He finished just a shot behind. So Rory McIlroy is your winner. The Masters will be coming up in April, and he'll be one of the contenders, certainly favorites, for that event. All right, so here we are talking. We got the field of 68 also determined. And for the first time since 2009, when 3 Big East teams, including Pitt, were number 1 seeds, UConn and Louisville the other 2, we saw that happen. It's only 2 times it's ever happened. And today we had 3 ACC teams number 1 seeds. Duke, Virginia, along with North Carolina. The other one was Gonzaga. Your brackets are probably going to be interesting to put into play. A lot of interesting matchups, so we could talk about that as well. And join us for the number 1 Cochran Sports Showdown. That's on live tonight, 11:35, right after the late news on KDKA. I'll take your calls when I come back. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, and it's 7 nights a week on Pittsburgh CW.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.